Hey, Yellow Jacket fans, welcome into another episode of This Week in Georgia Tech Athletics. I'm your host, Kyle Tait. Each week on Monday and Thursday, RamblinRec.com brings you an update on what's happening around Georgia Tech sports, all in 5 minutes or less. There's no better way to start off an episode than by passing on a win over Georgia. That's what the Yellow Jackets baseball team did on Tuesday, defeating the Bulldogs in Athens 15-6. Junior third baseman Matt Skoll went 5 for 5 with 2 home runs, including a grand slam, and a career-high 8 runs batted in. The win was the 13th in a row for Georgia Tech this season, and the 4th straight over the Bulldogs dating back to last March. Now Tech puts its win streak on the line against the only other unbeaten team in the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes in Coral Gables. Game times for the weekend series are 7 p.m. Friday and 1 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. All 3 games will be televised, with CSS covering Friday and Sunday and Fox Sports covering Saturday's contest. You can also hear all 3 games on the flagship WREK 91.1 FM. The women's basketball season came to a close on Monday night with Georgia Tech falling in the second round of the NCAA tournament to Ohio State, final score 67-60. The Jackets battled hard, led by 15 points from Mimi Walthour, but the Buckeyes proved to be too much on their home court. Tech had a 1-point lead at halftime, but would eventually fall. The Lady Jackets finished the season at 24-11, setting a new school record for most wins in a season, thanks to everyone who came out this season to support the team in what was yet another record-setting year under Michelle Joseph. Also, congratulations to senior forward Alex Montgomery, who was named a finalist for the State Farm Coaches All-America team, announced by the Women's Basketball Coaches Association yesterday. Montgomery finished her final season on the flats, averaging 13.9 points per game and 8.6 rebounds per contest, leading the team in both categories. Georgia Tech softball continued their winning ways at Winthrop, taking down the Eagles 12-2 and 10-4 in a doubleheader in Rock Hill, South Carolina on Tuesday. In the 2 games, the Jackets hit 7 home runs, including 2 each from Christine Preby and Jessica Sinclair. Tech has now hit 57 home runs in 30 games this season. They stand at 25-5 going into the weekend's conference opener against NC State. On Friday, the doubleheader begins at 1 p.m. and has the nightcap at 3 p.m., while Saturday's finale will begin at noon. The Wolfpack enter the weekend with a 15-12 overall record this season. There's another exciting weekend for track and field upcoming as the Jackets host a meet for the 2nd straight week here in Atlanta. Competition in the Yellow Jacket Invitational begins on Friday from right here on campus and will last through the end of Saturday. Admission to the meet is free, and the Jackets would love to see you out at the track for the weekend's competition. You'll get the pleasure of seeing this week's ACC Outdoor Track and Field Performers of the Week in Leslie Njoku and Sean Roberts. Njoku was named the Female Performer of the Week after being the first runner in the country this season to eclipse the 1-minute mark in the 400-meter hurdles, posting a time of 58.39 seconds. Meanwhile, Sean Roberts was given the male honor for his efforts in the 1,500-meter run, crossing the finish line in first place with a time of 3 minutes and 47.62 seconds. Congratulations to Leslie Njoku and Sean Roberts for being named the ACC Outdoor Track and Field Performers of the Week. Tennis is also back in action this weekend. The women's tennis team welcomes Notre Dame to Atlanta in a 3 p.m. first serve from the Biltmore Tennis Center this afternoon. After that, they'll head to the state of North Carolina for a couple of road conference matches, taking on NC State on Saturday at noon and then Wake Forest on Sunday at noon. The men, meanwhile, get to spend their weekend right here in Atlanta, welcoming NC State for a 2:30 p.m. match on Friday and a 1 p.m. match against Wake Forest on Sunday. So again, the women are in action at home today. That's Thursday at 3 p.m. against Notre Dame, while the men will take the court at home on Friday at 2:30 against NC State and Sunday at 1 against Wake Forest. Hope you can make it out all weekend long to the Biltmore Tennis Center. Finally, last episode, we gave you an update on how the men's golf team was faring in the Callaway Collegiate Match Play Championship. The team has now completed play in Ball Ground, Georgia, finishing the championship in 5th place. On Monday, Tech defeated East Tennessee State to advance to Tuesday's 5th place match. Then on Tuesday, the Jackets closed out play by downing Texas A&M 3-2. Tuesday's finale was a thriller as Paul Haley and Richard Wierenski each went down to the final hole with slim leads, but both held on for the Jackets' victory. Next up for Tech is the Grub Mart Golf Intercollegiate in Glencoe, Alabama. The 2-day tournament begins on Monday, March 28th. That's all for now, but join us next time on This Week in Georgia Tech Athletics. For more information or for tickets to any Georgia Tech event, you can always visit the official website of the Yellow Jackets at www.ramblinrec.com. Until our next episode, I'm Kyle Tait saying so long, go Jackets, and we'll talk to you again on Monday.